Have you tried applying for a loan recently? Or maybe even gone online to submit an application for a new credit card or to request a credit card limit increase? Not much luck, huh? Well, did you know just how bad Americans all across the country are struggling right now to get a loan since the Fed started raising rates? Half of the loan applicants denied since the Fed started hiking rates 2 years ago, and credit card debt carries a hefty bill in America. And everybody is falling behind on payments, it seems. 50% of loans or financial product applicants have been denied since the Fed started raising rates. Credit card applications have been rejected the most frequently, with 14% of Americans reporting that banks denied them a new credit card, while another 6% were refused a balance transfer card. Others were denied a credit limit increase on their existing credit card, a personal loan, car loan, or car lease. Insurance and mortgage loans have been declined too. Banks are tightening their lending standards in response to higher interest rates. When credit conditions tighten, the banks significantly raise their lending standards, making it more difficult to get a loan. If you need to borrow money, then you may have to agree to more stringent terms like higher interest rates as the banks try to reduce their financial risk on their end. In turn, fewer loans, which inevitably leads to less big ticket spending by consumers and businesses. The share of Americans who have been denied a loan or financial product is substantially higher for those with lower credit scores. About 73% of people with a poor credit score, ranging from anywhere between 300 to 579, have been denied a loan or financial product, compared to 63% with fair credit, ranging from 580 to 669, and lastly, 55% with good credit, ranging from 670 to 739. Obviously, any credit score over 740, you have nothing to worry about. And one of the best ways Americans can insulate themselves from higher interest rates is by concentrating on their credit score, which may be the factor that impacts them more than the Federal Reserve itself. Lower your debt-to-income ratio, make payments on time, and aim to utilize no more than 30% of your available credit. Right now, people living in these states have the highest average number of delinquent credit card trade lines or accounts, and these include Texas, West Virginia, Tennessee, South Carolina, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi, with almost a 40% delinquency rate. Alabama and Louisiana are at about 30%, and some of the lowest states like Iowa, Massachusetts, and Hawaii are sitting at under 14%. The 5 states with the highest rates of credit card delinquency are all located in the southeastern region of the country, and Texas had a higher delinquency rate, 25%, than other majorly populated states like Florida at 14.8% and New York at 14.9%. But wait, there's more. But don't worry, because it's good news. Well, sort of. So you see, the Biden administration is targeting credit card junk fees with an $8 cap on all late fees. And regulators say that this new law will save Americans up to $10 billion a year. President Joe Biden planned to highlight the proposal along with other efforts to reduce costs to Americans at a meeting of his Competition Council. And Biden is forming a new strike force to crack down on illegal and unfair pricing on things like groceries, prescription drugs, healthcare, housing, and financial services. The effort appears to have done little so far to help Biden politically ahead of this year's presidential election, and just 34% of U.S. adults approve of Biden's economic leadership, and this is according to a new survey by the Associated Press, NORC Center for Public Affairs Research. But meanwhile, Americans still hold more than $1 trillion on their credit cards, a record-setting figure certain to grow once the fourth quarter data is released by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp, FDIC, next month. And those balances are now carrying interest on them which is the highest it has been since the Federal Reserve started tracking the data back in the mid-1990s. But further, more Americans are falling behind on their credit card debts as well, and delinquency rates at the major credit card issuers such as American Express, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, Capital One, and Discover have been trending upward for several quarters. Some analysts have become concerned that Americans, particularly poorer households, are hurt by inflation and might be taking on too much debt. I even read a comment on a video that I published the other day that said, "I'm from Boynton Beach. I make $74K a year and I'm broke. I was not broke 4 years ago, but anyone without $1 million in spendable cash in addition to other assets is totally screwed in this country now. I own my house outright, but the HOA jumps every year. It sucks out here." It's only getting worse since we all know how now the banks are triple dipping with credit cards. And not only have banks raised credit card swipe fees over the past 10 years, they have also dramatically increased annual fees and the money that they take from consumers through interest accrued over the last decade. And so basically, the card industry is triple dipping, making millions of consumers pay 3 times for their credit cards. The largest banks make consumers pay an annual fee, whether they use their card or not, and then pay higher prices because of swipe fees every time that they make a purchase, and then pay huge interest rates on the balance. And by charging more in all 3 areas, banks continue to get rich on the backs of small businesses and American consumers struggling to make ends meet. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau reported that credit cards have never been this expensive and that the average annual credit card interest rate was a record high 22.8% in 2023, up from the 12.9% just 10 years before. The average rate was 14.3% points higher than the prime rate compared to 9.6 percentage points higher in 2013, giving banks a record profit margin on interest. And interest charged on credit cards by major banks totaled $105 billion in 2022. And in 2023, that included an extra $25 billion that came from increasing the difference between the prime rate and the amount charged to cardholders. The higher profit margin cost the average cardholder hundreds more, something like about $250 extra. Now, I bet you all would like to get $250 put back into your bank account or deducted off your credit card statement balance right now. Capital One is going to acquire Discover Card, and the transaction will be an all-stock deal worth over $35 billion. The merger of these 2 largest listed credit card companies in the world will impact consumers in the near future. Potential changes to your debit and credit cards or bank accounts require immediate preparation. Currently, Capital One relies on the Visa and MasterCard networks for payment processing, but it plans to move all of its debit cards and some of its credit cards to Discover's network sometime in the spring of 25. And they have already issued warnings of the change and impacts to debit and credit card holders down the line. One thing that will be interesting to watch is how the credit card rewards programs are blended together. Capital One will have to decide how they handle Discover Miles and if they keep those 2 rewards programs separate or if they bring them together or get rid of them altogether. And that decision will impact consumers. Capital One and old Discover customers would also see changes in ATM access. And unfortunately, the truth is that credit cards are known for charging higher interest rates than many other financial products. But with promotional 0% APR periods, some cards let you avoid interest payments on purchases, balance transfers, or both. It's important to note that when comparing 0% APR cards, be aware some lack other features such as rewards and additional perks and may not be of much use after the introductory period ends. And here's a list of some of the best 0% APR credit cards right now. U.S. Bank Cash Plus Visa Signature Card includes a $200 welcome bonus, a $0 annual fee, and an introductory APR purchase period of 15 billing cycles, making this the best 0% APR card for cash back on travel. Citi Custom Cash Card provides a $200 welcome bonus, $0 annual fee, and an introductory APR purchase period of 15 months on purchases and balance transfers, making this the best for automatic earning maximization. Citi Rewards Plus card gives you 20,000 thank you points. Amex or American Express Everyday Credit Card is the best 0% APR card for earning rewards on groceries. Wells Fargo Active Cash Card gives the best flat rate rewards plus a $200 welcome bonus. Discover It is the best for cashback match. Chase Freedom Unlimited offers up to $300 cashback welcome bonus. And best for flexible rewards, the Blue Cash Preferred Card from American Express is the best for annual credits. And the Chase Freedom Flex gives you a $200 welcome bonus plus 5% on gas and groceries and offers rotating categories too. But don't forget about the Capital One Venture One Rewards Credit Card, a Forbes Advisor feature partner, and giving out 20,000 welcome bonus miles, $0 annual fee, and up to 5 times rewards rate when you earn 5 times miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Plus, earn an unlimited 1.25 miles too. And a quick response to a comment left on my video that I published yesterday where Debbie Gotzi said, I don't know if you actually ever feel like having phone conversations with any of your listeners, but I would like to hear more of your thoughts. And yes, and thank you. I really do appreciate you. And to answer your question, I do speak with people on the phone and through private one-on-one live streams or Zoom calls. Hey, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Just takes a second. And I hope you guys have a great day.